Oh, yes. Three, two, one. Hello, my friends. Hello, this is the Wolfman's coming at you. I have a really special guest, my brother, our brother, David Alvarez. How you doing, sir?
Good. What's happening, man?
I'm doing good. You ready to golf?
I'm ready. It's such a beautiful day here at the Greenbrier, and I mean, there's so many great people here. What a day! I can't wait to get out there and hit them.
You know, I'm not exactly sure if everybody knows, like, what a great donor you are. You were on the board at a time with WVU. You've been nothing but a mountaineer for as long as I've been here. And this is what you're doing. And now you're also on the board here at Game Changer. What does Game Changer mean to you, Mr. David Alvarez?
So I'll tell you what game changer means. It means there's hope, and we're going to get into every school, and we're going to touch every student that is in primary, middle school, and high school, and it's going to take time, but we believe that if we can get them educated on what's happening out there, because the speed of this epidemic is so much faster than than they can respond. So we got to teach them, and we've got to build teammates, and we've got to build people that are going to support each other on the good things in life versus the bad things in life. And we have such a great opportunity. We have a great team. We continue to build that team, and it is, I mean, we're going to a national championship.
Yeah, you know, Senator Capito said it. You have to recognize you have a problem to fix a problem. And I think in West Virginia, I think that you guys have, you got the governor, you got the two senators, all you guys on the board. Like, this is turning into something really huge in a positive way for West Virginia.
Well, I think it's that old saying, it takes a village, and to have the support of the governor, Senator Manchin, Senator Capito, many of the leaders from both houses of West Virginia were there, and to know that they are behind this means that we're on the right track, in my opinion. It's ours. It's what they've built. They're helping us build the stadium. They're helping us get the right equipment. Now we got to win the game.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Well, you get a win today.
I'm gonna try to win today, but it's been a little rough lately.
Is it?
But we're gonna keep our head up, and we got lots of balls.
All right, guys. David Alvarez, a legend amongst the Mountaineers. Thank you so much.
Thank you, brother.
Love you, brother. All right. God bless you for everything you do, and everything you do to help. God bless you, David Alvarez. Reno, come on over here. Jump on in. We got somebody else. Okay, we are at hole number one. Let's do this.
Take a look behind you, Wolf. They're about to tee off.
Okay, so I gotta look behind me. Woo! Yeah, baby. Are we dancing? Come on, Reno. Are we dancing?
No, too early to dance.
Where's Reno? No, it's not too early to dance.
No.
Get jacked. You need to get fired up, sir.
Yeah.
I'm tired of this. I hired you yesterday. I fired you yesterday. I hired you again. Don't make me fire you again. I don't want to make it 2 in 2 days. All right, so very good. Let's get this. We need to share this now. We haven't shared this on Facebook, but we've got to get this out there to the network. I'm telling you right now, David Alvarez, it's all starting. What are you thinking, man? What are we thinking about this?
The state's going to turn out great.
I mean, you're at the Greenbrier right now.
And the sun's coming out. Can you hear me, Wolf?
I don't know. Can you...
Yeah, I think you can hear me.
Okay.
The sun's coming out, and they're about to tee off. They're doing a shotgun start, so we're gonna funnel through everybody throughout the day.
Yeah.
And,
well, we're only here for like a couple hours. I don't know about throughout the day.
Then we'll get the first half. We'll get the first half who come by.
Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Is that what we're talking about? All right. Let me ask you a question.
It takes 4 hours to shoot a round of golf.
Okay, so let's talk about Greenbrier. Well, you've been to Greenbrier. We all. Well, if you haven't been, I mean, this is your first time, right?
It is. It's a lot bigger than I thought.
You know what? Let's go back to that. This is your first time to Greenbrier. Let's talk about what you think of the Greenbrier. And so I can share this on Facebook.
The Greenbrier is
I forgot to
fantastic.
do it.
Took a nice morning walk this morning. They said, just walk out of the room and you'll be at hole one. Well, it was 1 mile to get to hole one. And
so how are your legs feeling?
I feel good. I feel like I should probably do that every day. I might trim down a little bit.
Well, you're going on vacation, right?
The weather was great this morning. It was cold. It's just a beautiful.
Was it really
place.
cold, or is it like
No,
Because you're from California.
no, you get
That's
that
your
brisk
cone.
walk. It's and if you've ever been to Greenbrier, my first day time, but if you are here, I'd get up early just to have that brisk walk. It's nice.
The brisk
Yes,
walk.
they're,
Well, you just said it was
dude, they're
cold. So
watering
is
the
it cold or is it a brisk walk?
They're watering the flowers. It smells good. I mean, you can't explain it. You have to be here to know it.
Okay.
gotta be
So,
here.
listen, we started off early because they're knocking off we're on hole number one. The old white course right here. Okay. Do you golf, by the way?
Yeah, and I've never played here.
You never played? Well, you've never been here before, so how could you play?
Right. Good call. Thank you.
You know, I mean, seriously, dude. You know, I mean, you got to start thinking. Like, you got to wake up. You know, coffee, something in your brain. Something's got to start clicking.
Yeah.
Because you won last night at the casino,
I broke even. That's a win.
so you broke even.
Yeah.
Well, that's not what you told me earlier.
Well, I had to calculate. You know, sometimes you forget how much you put out, and then you're like, oh yeah, I guess it broke even.
You got to calculate how much you put out.
Yeah. When you don't keep tabs, you try not to count your money at the table.
All right. So what are we going to do? Listen, is there anyone else coming in?
Well, they've teed off, so this is hole 1, so it's hole 18.
Hey,
They've
David
teed off.
Alvarez. You know, people don't realize that. Dude was in the board of governors, WV. I mean, this is Mr. West Virginia.
Yeah, he just teed off. Looked like he had a great drive.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Well, he said he has lots of balls. So I don't know what that means. He's ready to roll. All right. So listen, we're gonna go. What? So we just come back?
So-
what are we gonna do? I don't know. I'll keep talking.
I mean, we're gonna have to. It's gonna take a little time
gotta
for the
talk
next
like-
group to come.
This is golf. You gotta be very quiet. Down. You know, David Alvarez teeing off.
You remember the old Caddyshack?
hole number
Caddyshack. Okay, keep playing.
What?
Or a little Happy Gilmore.
You got any more?
little Happy
you got any
Gilmore.
more golf things there? Wait, because what did we say is that
The price is
we said-
wrong.
Oh well, we got a guest here because we
let's get
talked
him on.
to
We got time.
Suzanne Mark. You know, she's like, I really don't need to be on the air.
Let's get them both
And
on.
I think she needs to come on the air with us.
Yes.
There we go. Ken, come on. You can come on over here. We're gonna kick Reno off. There you go. All right, so we have Ken and Suzanne, or Suzanne and Ken Marchio, the parents of Nico Marchio, which is, by the way, you guys are famous now because they all got the backstory. I'm going to move back so I can look at both of you here, so I'm, because I take up too much room. But the backstory is you guys built the football fields. What was
Yes,
that all
we did.
about?
That's actually the only way I got my new house in Colorado because
That's how you got your new house?
Yeah.
You had to include the football field. Is that right, Ken?
when
And
we
what?
saw it-
Go ahead and
when
tell
we-
Susie.
When we saw it, it was on 5 acres. So
Good.
he said I can have my football field, and I said, well, I want this house, so that's how I got my new house because he could build a football field.
Wow. Negotiation power is unbelievable.
It was a riding arena back then. So it was an old riding
really?
arena from the previous owners. And I saw, geez, this is pretty flat, and we can put some room here, and I could get some turf. And we just had a really neat idea for our youth program. And it gives, we had so many kind of underprivileged kids, it gave them something to really be proud
Yes.
of that was their own. That was really unique and neat.
Well, okay, so starting off, we talked in the interview, Ken. Suzanne, we have not talked about, but you told me in all the stories. Well, what was it like when you're always you're bringing in wrestlers from the wrestling training thing? You're bringing all these kids in. Gosh, how many years? Like, how many?
Yeah,
14 years?
14
Do you say?
14 years we ran the football team, and
Yeah,
we did
I-
it for all 3 boys.
That's pretty difficult. Now, my kids have been AAU basketball. I know they do the AAU baseball, but football's got to seem really difficult.
It was a lot of work. It was so much fun, though. And we took the kids everywhere. We were a travel team. So we would go kick off our season every year in August in Florida, training in Florida. So they do 2-a-days, and then we take them to Disney World. And then we'd play after the season all the way up until Christmas.
Okay.
Tournaments, yeah.
So you start off in Florida and take them to Disney World. Wow.
Yeah.
I told you, I had we had a street gang football team, and we were called the Hudson Road Stranglers. and we kicked can, but we didn't do what you guys did and win championships. That's pretty awesome. What inspired all that?
It was just such a blessing. I think we need to be able to give back what we're passionate about and we actually can add value. And so I thought, where is a place that we can add value, where we actually have a little bit of knowledge to share that can help these kids, and we can bring kind of old-fashioned life lessons and discipline into a framework that can help the kids. And we have some great, great kids that have come through our program, so many different schools. We've had 3 of them go through Penn, 2 through Wharton. So it's not just these athletes that are great football players. They're great students and turn into great men that help others.
Right on. Okay, so now you made the move. Let's go right here because we got to go to Mom. What are you thinking of West Virginia? What's your reaction? You've moved up here, you're living at least part-time of the year at West Virginia, here to support Nico and the team, and now you're supporting West Virginia by being at this event.
I love West Virginia. When Nico decided he was going to come to West Virginia, I was so happy because I'm actually from the East Coast. I'm from North Carolina. So this puts me closer to my family. But West Virginia has been amazing to us. The people have welcomed us so much. And we find Mountaineer fans everywhere we go.
Yeah, you always will.
But no, Nico said, we couldn't believe he was like, I want to go to West Virginia. And the deciding factor, I tell everybody, was they took him out on the boat. The recruits took him out on the boat in the summer. And he said, Mom, he said, I was sitting on the back of that boat in the sunshine. And he said, I felt like I'm home. I'm home.
Really?
Yeah. And that was it.
Well, I love your son, by the way, if you guys can't tell. I've been pumping him up all the time. The first time, Ken, and both of you have something to do with it, but the first time I interviewed him was on the Country Roads Trust podcast. And I'm thinking to myself, I got him on there, he's so mature. He was 18 years old at the time. Now he's 19.
Correct.
But he is so mature. How did you raise such a mature son? Was it because you had 2 other sons that were in that same environment? Like, what is it? My gosh, it really is a statement to the both of you.
Thank you.
Positive, absolutely.
Thank you so much, but we really, like we talked about before, we try to tell him now, not to take credit by saying, I'm so proud of you, but I talked to him last night. I said, hey, man, I'm really happy for you because a couple people come up to me and they said some really nice things about you that had nothing to do with football. And I know we make football a priority and it's so passionate, but when we hear things not football related about his character, those are just such great points of value because we know that he has a passion for football,
yes.
But as it transcends into these other areas that have much more longevity, it's fantastic. And so hearing those kind of things means so much to Susie and I.
Because Nico has a passion also for people, and he loves the people of West Virginia. He loves to go to the Children's Hospital, spend time with the kids. He loves to talk to people. He likes to visit churches and meet people on Sunday and take pictures and sign stuff. He'll always do that. He loves West Virginia.
Oh, that's amazing. Now, so this is, your 3rd time around with boys playing. You built a football field. In the video that I had them on earlier, Reno knows this. But regardless of what, Reno's pointing at me. Who's coming? Hey, what's going on? How did you do?
Rough out there.
How many balls did you bring today?
Oh man, I already
Golf
lost
balls.
I already lost 2 of them. So we just started.
Oh my gosh, wonderful, man. Oh wow. Well, listen, you know Ken and Susan then? Susie, all right.
Nico's mom.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, is this amazing? Listen, here we are at the Greenbrier. Legends, man. Legends, and you're already a legend. You're already a legend because I don't know anyone else that built a football field, but LED lights out there, and I don't know anyone else that built a wrestling room. Your son is 2-time youth state champion, a quarterback. What quarterbacks there at wrestling, brother? That's a state champion. So, you got to go. All right, brother.
Okay,
All right, we'll see you. Great to see you. All right.
Bye.
Okay, I tell you what. unbelievable. All right, so we're going to continue this because I'm not actually done with it yet. I don't know. Rita was like giving this high side. Hey, you got to get better communication. You know, I hired and fired him yesterday. I hired him. I
Did you
hired
end up
him
with
today.
the raise when you were done, or pay cut?
I mean, we are promoting that he works for Chapman Printing, and he works for Champion Industries and Stationers. #1 office supply in the state of West Virginia.
I love it.
Always in stock. But I fired him twice. All right. Well, the first time I fired him was when he tried to do the GPS and he took us down this back road. We went for 30 minutes. We never got over 20 miles per hour. It was a windy road. He goes, "It's GPS, and it's always right." All right. Don't believe it, and don't believe Reno. Never trust a guy named Reno that was born in California. Just so you know, that's what you're doing. Woo! Hey, Nico, what's up, dog? All right, so let's continue on this with Nico. So then I was going to say is that you guys have been through this to get your older boys. I got a nice picture of you and was it Santino right there? Yeah, I got it with the Texas A&M.
Yes.
I mean, so it was really cool that you guys have been through this. I understand that my whole family has been through this over and over. What are you seeing here? And Nico's your last boy. So what are you guys enjoying the most right now and trying to take in? Either one of you.
Well, I mean, it's been a transition, like just being a parent in college football, because I was always working on the football team, whether it was our team or at the high school. I was always on the boards, raising money. So like when all of that ended and high school ended, and so then Nico's in college, you're just a parent. So it's another whole experience. Like you have to evolve into, okay, now we just show up at the games. You don't have to do any work. But you just show up and, well, obviously we're in the blue lot because that's where we tailgate.
Is that where the good times are?
Oh, I think they're everywhere.
So for 10 years I came back and I was doing the network on the radio and I never got to go to the blue lot.
Oh my
And
goodness.
so
Oh,
now
wow.
I'm available, and I'm going to be out there, and I'm going to begin jiggy with it. All right, I don't even know what that term means, but I've heard people use that.
Oh,
Gonna
my
get jiggy
goodness.
with it, be a dancing bear out there. Okay, so let's talk about expectations here. What you think about what's going to happen this year? You think the team's young, right? The
Yeah.
team is young. It's moving on up. You say you don't have to do any more work, but now we got you on Game Changer. So now you are actually doing the work.
Yes.
But well, what are you guys thinking about how we moving this up?
Go
You know,
ahead, honey.
Pardon me?
Go ahead.
You know what? I think it's all about leadership, and they have a good group. And we're lucky enough. We go to some of the practices and watch practices and see how hard the kids are working. I know they got a really tough schedule, but I'm sure they're up to the challenge, and they'll be ready to go. They know they have very specific goals that they're going to have to meet this year, and I'm confident that they're going to do their best to get them done.
Does Nico have a sense of urgency about him in this for this team? I'm not just talking to him. I mean, does he feel that with the team? 'Cause I keep talking about it. I think this team needs a sense of urgency about him. And as much as I'm impressed and love them, but I think that these are my young brothers, and I think they need to have a sense of urgency so that they can go ahead and demonstrate their will and put their will upon others.
Yes.
We've always talked about, sports is about imposing your will, and everybody practices. Everybody goes to practice. So what makes you different? It's what you do in that time when you're at practice, and the intensity and the ability to impose your will. We used to talk about we're not finished until it's over. It doesn't matter what the score is. We're here to be our best selves every single snap, every single play, and if not, somebody else is trying to be that. And we can't let anybody else be in front of us. We've always tried to talk to the kids about being front of the line guys, not just my kids, but every kid in the program, because we have to be able to seize opportunity. And I think the West Virginia football team this year needs to be able to seize this opportunity because there is so much tradition and heritage here. There's so much toughness in the people of West Virginia. And I think this football team needs to represent that toughness and that commitment, that kind of step on your throat, and be that guy. So I'm confident that they're ready for it and they're going to have a great season.
Yeah, I'm going to hold this one question to you because I'm not going to bring this to you, Suzanne. But I'm going to say is because you're kind of like a badass family, right? So I mean, you're tough, you're all that. You touch your boys. Again, I don't want to bring that to you. But what I'm saying is that West Virginia?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
And Susie's the same. Susie's just a part. The same thing is, I come from a small town in southern Colorado that was all coal miners and railroaders that fed a steel mill in Pueblo, Colorado, that was, I think, the biggest steel mill west of Mississippi. So it was so easy to identify with these people and this culture of overcoming, this culture of toughness, this culture of we're going to get behind this team and this state. And it's a real blessing to see that still alive in this country, and it is alive in West Virginia. They're proud of their state, they're proud people, and they're proud of the Mountaineers, and they love the Mountaineers.
I love the Mountaineers. So I'm excited
And
for
we
the
do too.
season.
You really-
I think it's going to be a better season. I think it's going to be exciting.
Better than exciting. You know, I'm going to take that. I'm all about it. I want my question for the week for everybody was, can West Virginia football, okay, that's WVU, be successful not being blue collar? I think they have to be blue collar to be successful. The way the state is, the way it's been set up. I mean, you just can't change history, man. And all the success that I've had, my teammates, my brothers. You know, I look at Nico and I'm like, this is my young brother. I mean, that's the way I look at it. You know, I've been there. I got older brothers, younger brothers. It doesn't matter. But I look at these young brothers, and I think they have to be blue collar. And again, I keep showing that video. You know, the comeback. I'm not gonna say my mom's here because she's like, oh yeah, I know. But by the fact that he could do that comeback and give everything he had to his last ounce of energy is all I needed to know about a person. That's the person you want in your foxhole. That's the person you want in your team.
That's Nico.
Yes.
That's Nico. He'll do whatever it takes to win.
And
He
people
knows
don't
how to
understand it.
win.
He's 19 years old. Like, he's been around for a little bit, but he's not even started yet.
Right.
It's just beginning, and I think that's what's huge. And I know I gush all over him, but, you know, and I gush over Garrett Green. He's with my young brother, too. So, you know, I don't play favoritism. But I do know that the future is 4 years with Nico. God willing, all that being set in place. The future is 4 years. But we need people like Nico Marchios. And I'm speaking as a Mountaineer, a guy. We need guys like that to be blue collar and talented at the same time. Because, you know, you can be as blue collar as you want sometimes. Sometimes talent takes over. But that's what we did, a nice combination of both.
And you
is
have
we
to
had
have
talent.
them both, right? You have to have them both to
Yes.
be at the top of your game. You really do. Your talent, there's so many talented people right now. Without a passion and commitment and raw toughness, it's hard to be that guy anymore because there's just too many people doing with talent. I think it really, Nico does, I think he does represent that. And I try not to like brag about him, but just kind of talk through it because he's our youngest one. And all parents love it. You know, when you're a parent of a first child, you brag about them, and then as you realize everybody has kids, and we all love our kids, and sometimes we need to shut up and not brag about them and just talk and say, hey, what are the good, the bad, and the other about them. But I do know this, as coaches, and you and I talked about this before, as people that influence others, it's easy to, you know, you say, okay, you can do this, you can win. But until somebody goes out there and actually does it, they don't have that real confidence in the back of their mind that they are overcomers. And so whether it was on the wrestling mat, whether it was, you know, pitching in the last inning, whether it was, you know, up to bat with 2 outs, I think Nico has been in so many of those situations where the best was demanded of him and he came through, that he has that confidence
to the
when the
occasion.
chips are down that he can get things done.
Yeah, he'll rise to the occasion. He will.
They'll rise. See, that's what I saw in the last drive. I mean, that's what I keep seeing. Gatorade Player of the Year, and I saw the trophy there with the Doherty award. That's a big old trophy right there. He went, my goodness. So, you know, I got the best lineman of WVU, and it's like half the size. My trophy's like this big. I'm like, I can't even hold that up. Nico's got this thing like this, and of course, it was like twice the size of you, the trophy. Like, I mean, I saw the picture. I put it on the video, and I totally went all the way back and researched you guys. And I don't think that story's been told, and that's what was so fascinating to me. And probably because I have a history of family members that, you know, my 2 brothers and, you know, my father-in-law was Ray Mansfield and played 14 years in the NFL. We have such a history going back, and sometimes those stories are missed.
I agree.
And I think that this story with you guys, with your sons, building a football field, building a wrestling.
It wasn't that big.
No, I know. I saw the video.
We got so much that stuff donated.
Yeah, no. I just think it's amazing, man. And of course, like she said, she got her house. So we'll end it with that. And what are you pointing at? We got more people golfing? Hey, this isn't the golfing channel. All right, so that's real. Hey, Ken Marchio, Suzanne Marchio, Susie is way down color. God bless you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming. You guys got to head back to Arizona today?
Yes,
We're going to
we
head
are.
back. We just came to support. Sorry, Susie, didn't mean to interrupt. But we did want to talk about what an amazing event the Game Changer
Yes.
event is and how much we support that and having so many kids come through our youth program. I mean, we are here to support prevention and what Game Changer's doing, and I think it's awesome, and we want to always support this mission here. And I think, wow, so many amazing West Virginia people last night that we saw
Yes.
at the event that are 100% behind this. It's fantastic, and West Virginia can lead the country in this area, and I think that's a great
Yes.
place for them to be.
All right. Well, Ken and Suzanne, thank you so much. God bless you, and thanks for stopping
Thanks
by.
for
and
having us.
Get that picture. Hey, Rita, look at this. Yo, got to get yoked. Hey, kids, come on, Rito. Well, I'm going to have to fire him today. Right there. All right. God bless you. Hey, you know what? You know why I fired him? He got so into the Roy Williams interview. It was like listening like he's a fan, not working. I had to fire him. He's like, Roy Williams is like the greatest.
I
He
know.
loved it.
I had to go get a picture myself. I said, I'm
So
from
Susie's from North
I
Carolina.
said, I'm from North Carolina. He said, what
Oh.
part? I said, Rocky Mountain. He said, that's Bill Ford territory.
Right on. Okay, guys, thanks so much. I won't hold you up. Safe travels today
Thank you very much.
on your
Thank you.
return. All right. And get Nico on the show.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you, guys.
He'll be back
Thank you.
Saturday.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
God bless it. Hey, we're going to keep going on here. This is the WolfMan's Call. See you, brother. Again, safe travels. Staying here at the Greenbrier. Unbelievable. What do we got here? We got people teeing off? No, we don't. I can't believe you're telling me to be quiet like this is the Golf Channel, Reno. All right. Hey, let's do it again. Who needs a pick-me-up? I need a pick-me-up. Yeah, baby. And Reno's back. A guy named Reno.
You remember this?
Was born in California. I don't know how to say it.
Raise the roof.
Raise the roof.
What a great family.
Well, what did you think of that? Come on,
Yeah, it's a
I
good
want to hear
family.
your thoughts. Because you don't get families like that.
No,
I
it's
mean-
a solid group coming into West Virginia. You got to be proud of that. You got to be happy about that.
I mean, they go ahead and, they go ahead and they do what they can. And they've done this for all their kids and other kids. Like, they were reaching out.
Yeah.
They went, Ken told me, they went in 9 different states. I mean, Susie just said, we took them to Disney World. These kids that would have never seen it in their lifetime, probably. I mean, that's,
They say that when you're doing good things, it attracts good people and it just kind of builds. And here you're at the Game Changer, and you have these folks who are not from West Virginia, haven't been here for a year. Has it been a year? they've been
yeah,
here?
about that.
Less a year, and here they're at one of the big events here in West Virginia that everybody's getting behind. That's got to say something. It's traction, right? It's bringing that groups together.
You know what? That's interesting listening to you say that.
Do I say that?
Because you could have a little bias on me right now because you have been hired and fired twice. You know what I mean? So you know what?
You asked me to come help you set up. I told you I didn't want to be on camera, and here we are.
Well, I know, and well, you know what? Because that's what makes it.
I'm gonna
good
go.
stuff.
All day. I'm gonna be puzzled. It vexes me. I'm vexed
What's vexing you?
that I'm here with you. I didn't. wanna
What's
do
the
this.
vexing part? Why are you vexed?
I said, yeah, I'll help you. I'll help you set up.
Yeah. Why? Because you
And
wanted you wanted me to advertise.
you said on the way on the drive, and you said, well, I want to put you on camera. No, I don't want to be on camera. I want to put you. No, I don't want to do it. Here I am doing it. Now I get it. I have to pay for my repentance for the windy road that I
GPS.
took you on.
Oh,
I was
hey,
worried
what
you were
did
going to
you
get
say?
sick.
Tell everybody what
I
you
was
said.
concerned. I was concerned you were going to get sick because I would have gotten sick if I was in.
Oh,
passenger
well,
seat.
no, I had my coffee. I had that organic coffee. What do we call it? Was that Appalachian?
Appalachian coffee. Yeah, right at the turnoff. It was that was delicious.
And we could either gone right back like another 40 feet, got back on the main highway, or go ahead and go through the whole southern part of West
What do
Virginia.
you want me to do? I've made that mistake before too. I can't believe not that direction, but the trusting
You're
the
like,
GPS.
hey, you know what? GPS rules. Okay, no matter what.
Hey,
It's like,
honestly though, if we ran out of gas, we'd have been in a lot of trouble. There was
remember we came to the fork and there was a church there and there was nothing for miles. There was a church in the fork.
Yeah.
I didn't know what church it was, but it kind of scared me.
But it was awful, Wolf. We could a lot of bad things could have happened, but thank the Lord we're here.
Well, I would say thank the Lord of this, but I want to tell you guys all something, okay? That road.
Oh, we got golf talk. We got golf talk.
I'm not talking golf. Who is it? What do we got?
I don't know. I can't see the backs turn. Yeah,
Well, you know what? You're not doing your job.
I'm not a local guy here. What do you want from me? I don't know.
You're supposed to do your job.
They're all nice
You're
people.
supposed to be doing that.
We'll get one of them over here.
Who is it?
I can't see.
I can't see it here. Let me get back there. I can't see who it is. And why am I talking low? Do they act like they're like?
Because they can hear you.
Are they bothering me?
You ever play golf, Wolf?
I didn't care if anyone.
I know you
I'm
didn't
like Adam
care.
Sandler.
Huh?
I'm like Adam Sandler.
Yeah. Liv's gonna be here. The Live Golf.
Live?
Yeah, it's a new format of golf.
Oh, that's controversial. We're not a controversial show right now. We're not talking about.
Well, you're
that.
talking about happy. Oh, you hear that? I heard that. I heard that.
Yeah, you heard
it.
that.
It was a good drive.
Well, listen, we'll tell you something, man. You're way too like. This is not the Golf Channel. Okay, this is the WolfMan's call, and so if you're not going to go out there and get people, what am I supposed to be doing?
I'll go get him. It's game changer. It's a game changer.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's go. Go be a game changer. All right, folks. So we're here. Listen. I don't know what else you're doing on Thursday morning. Maybe we'll go ahead and take a break here for a little bit. Come back again and see who we have. But I got Reno who's out on the course. He's trying to track down all the who's who. You just saw Ken and Suzanne, Susie, Markio. What a family. And the reason why I just bring it in is, I have no idea, Garrett Green. It's going to be a quarterback competition. And to the best man wins it. But I know this. Nico's got 4 years. And he needs to be that player because that's a great recruit that the Mountaineers have. And no matter what happens, keeping that guy to this state, to this team, is extremely important. I think people just sometimes forget he's only 19 years old. So, with that being said, I could actually go down the list and talk to a lot of players on the team that are very youthful. When you think of the running guys, no way! Oh my gosh! Yes, we got Anthony Beck here, head coach. Excellent. You didn't get fired, did you?
No.
Okay, so you're still good, right? Head coach, XFL, St. Louis, man. What do you think, bro? Like, how'd it go? Because we had you on before on the WolfMan's call, and you were just so excited talking about it. And it looks like to me like everything proved out.
Yeah, we had a really good team. We found some good players. Coaches are only as good as their players. And we had some good ones. We had some depth at a lot of key positions. Our skill players were good. A.J. McCarron became one of the better quarterbacks in our league. So we finished 7-3, the second best record in the league. We were kind of snubbed out of the playoffs by a tiebreaker format that probably is going to get changed next year. But, outside of that, I felt like, for my first season, it was really productive, and I loved it. Ownership was great. The experience was great for the staff, the players, and just really well run. So, hopefully we're, continue this run here. We're already preparing for 2024. And again, it's about the longevity of the league, keeping it around and finding better and newer players from this year's draft and adding those guys and sprinkle them into the roster.
This whole XFL thing has really turned the tables of football. I mean, more guys have opportunities to keep playing, get paid to play, all that good stuff that goes with it. But obviously just playing. And, all these guys are getting signed also to the NFL teams. And you said it the first time we interviewed you. You're like, that's what your goal is you want to get these guys. Yes, we want a great team here, but we also want to help these young men.
Yeah, 1,000%. I mean, the goal, obviously, you want to win a championship, but I also know these guys have aspirations and dreams. They want knowledge. They want answers. They want some of the holes in their games filled. So it was up to me to put a great staff together to make sure they got that work in every single day. And then, obviously, coming together as a team, putting a winning product so that folks would watch us and watch us play. And that's general managers, that's head coaches in the NFL, that's assistant coaches. It's a downtime for them, so they're able to kind of get their eyeballs in our league, which is great. And we had 16 guys go to mini camps over the last 2 weeks, which is incredible. I'm happy for them, and I believe 6 guys have signed contracts so far. So, look, that's what it's all about. It's that purgatory between college and NFL, and can we do a little bit more to reach our goal at the next level? And if they don't get there, at least they know and they maximize themselves and they say, you know what, I got no regrets. The XFL gave me the opportunity. I didn't make it, and they can move and turn the page, whatever they want to get into.
Yeah, and every player has to do that.
Yeah.
No matter what time, no matter what part of their life, some point in their life, they have to turn that page and move on. But the XFL is just providing great opportunities, in my opinion. All right, I've got a last question because I know you got to get golfing. Is what was the most challenging thing, starting from scratch, a team for you? Most challenging, and what did you learn?
Well, I think it was just building a roster from the ground up. We looked at 6,000 players. I mean, between showcases and guys on the streets and players that were still in the NFL and practice squads that got released, trying to build something so you had some layers of players. And we had our own private workout in Tampa with about 60 guys. And, we just kind of trusted our eyes and went with what we thought was good. And we ended up, like I said, we had our 7 linemen were able to start. We had 5 linemen that were able to start every single game, and 2 more that were starter level guys. And that's key to have the offensive line in place. But that's the challenge. Now it actually gets a little easier because we only have to fill, 10 or 12 guys, and try to find it. Now the pool is bigger, and we'll probably get more away from the guys that are maybe on the street and more some of these guys that didn't get drafted in this previous 2023 draft. So. I learn something new every day. I mean, it's all about communication. It's all about building trust with your players and your staff, and just being real with them. And I try to do that every single day, and that's how I feel like I get the most and the maximum play out of each and every guy every single week. So it went well, and hopefully we can continue to have success.
Okay, I lied to you. I said one last question. I got one more for you, okay? And I said this question to you actually the last time that I interviewed with you, and I said, fight. Who's going to win? You or The Rock?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, listen, look, he's a good-looking guy. There's no question about it.
Well, you're pretty good-looking yourself now.
Yeah, but I think in the realm of the game, probably at our peaks, I feel confident in my abilities.
You're not afraid of the people's elbow?
No, yeah. I mean, you can't use the people's elbow in the league. And we saw Brock Lesnar play in the league, and it didn't go real well for him as a wrestler. So, I trust my abilities, but it would have been a good shot. Look, he was a tremendous college player, and if it wasn't for Warren Sapp, like he always says, who knows what his career would have ended into.
One of the great ones.
I think he did him a favor, though. I think it worked out well for him. And I'm just glad he's my boss, and get to chat with him a couple times a year.
All right, Avey. Thanks so much, man.
Yeah, you appreciate it, man.
God bless you, man, and best wishes. Hey, remember my son Maverick's in the pool.
No doubt.
Just
Yeah,
kidding.
we're checking him out as we speak.
You got it. All right, Anthony, back. Guys, listen, this is great. Head XFL coach, first year in the XFL. They had the 5 largest spring games ever in attendance for football. Absolutely amazing. Oh, Major, you coming in? Yeah, we got Major here, so I'm not going to let you go by. Well, look at this. So we got the Marquios, and then we got Anthony back in. And now we got the Mage. Here, Mage, so go ahead. I don't know if it really matters, but we're going to put those headsets on you. Rita, what do you think of Mage? Well, he was looking good last night in that coat, wasn't he? What did you think, Mage? How'd you do in the casino?
I did all right. You know what I mean? I watched a lot.
Really? Because I lost.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in trouble when I go home. I lost, but it was a good time. And what was your take here when you're looking at the game changer? And obviously, sports has got to be a big part. You saw the governor, you saw the senators, Joe Bozick, the executive director. But there's a lot of sports people here as well as a lot of influence. They have to be here. They have to be a part. But also, people like you, man. You know, guys that have given in football and been successful. You work with kids all the time.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know what I mean? And it's my 3rd year here. You know, it's almost like a family reunion every year. You know, come back, see guys you didn't see, in the whole year. So I enjoy it.
You enjoyed it? Okay, so let's talk golf, man. Like, how's your golf game right now?
You know, it's getting better. You know what I mean? I'm starting to get a little bit more confident in swinging the club and thinking the ball gonna go where I want it to go.
You know, you're so positive because we had you on the show about a month ago. We were at Country Roads Trust and out there for the event that they had, and you were talking about positive, your game's getting better. Are you better than a month ago?
Yeah. You know what? It's funny. I think every time I go out, I'm getting a little bit better. Sometimes it might seem like I'm taking a step back, but I'm learning from, just going out there because it's funny with golf, you get different lies. So the ball might be lying a certain way and you might mess up, but you learn from that. Like, okay, next time I got to come in this way instead of that way. So yes, it's definitely a learning process all the time.
Yeah, let me ask you a serious question, and this is like totally serious. Would you be in the College Football Hall of Fame today if it wasn't for me blocking for you?
Oh, you was a big part of it.
Yeah.
You know what? To be honest, we had all 3 years that we had a great offensive line. You know what I mean? And you definitely, and the thing about it is, you was carrying your family's name with you. You know what I mean? So I remember when I first met you, I knew about your brother because I'm from Pittsburgh. And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you came in and, you know what I mean? You did well. You played well.
Oh, thanks, Mitch. I just said that to set you up. 'Cause you can say that out in public about me. But I was like, the lookout blocks, look out!
No.
Okay, so last thing, man. What else you got going on? Do you have any other events? You got the Joe Zwick tournament coming up, right? That's going to be out at Sheet Lake there in Morgantown. And we just lost our sign, You didn't even weigh it down. You're fired again, dude. Totally fired. But you got that coming up. What else you doing?
Well, just hanging out, getting ready for the season to come up. It's a big season for us. But looking forward to the Jozak event. 33 years, man. That's a long time.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Huge, man. Okay. Badge, I'm going to let you get going because your golf game is going good. I don't want you to get tight.
It's all good.
Get it swinging because, you're up there. I think you won a little more than you actually last night.
No.
And you're letting down. But thank you, Major.
Oh, yeah. Thanks
Major Harris, guys, everybody. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thanks for being in the WolfMan's call. And always, man, you're always a brother.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
All right, Major Harris. Yes, he's got a little gray in his beard, but I bet you he can still outrun everybody. Major, you know what? Don't ever put a time clock to him. It didn't matter. It was like put someone chasing him, and that's when you saw him running as fast as nobody could ever catch up to him, ever. I mean that. One of the most amazing things I ever did was to watch Major Harris perform for 4 years. I mean, I saw him on scout team, what he used to do to the varsity defense when he was a freshman, and I saw him grow from 1987. You got to remember, 1987, we went. We were 6-6. We lost in a bowl game to Oklahoma State, but we were 6-5 to the season, and we had some tough games. And Mage really came on at the end of the year, and that led into his 88 year. Remember this: Major Harris was in the top 5 Heisman 2 times, both his sophomore and junior season. So, okay, so what are we doing, Reno? What do we got? Are you gone? What are you doing? You're fixing this sign? Oh, my goodness. Well, this is a good time. Should we come back here? Let's go to commercial. Let's go do that. Give us some time. Let me stop talking. Let me get a drink of water here. You see Major is ready to tee off here. Hole number 1 on the Greenbrier. It's pretty exciting stuff. I like it. I wish I could see my screen so I could actually go to it. But we're going to get there. There we go. All right. Let's go to the commercials, and we'll be back at you in 3 minutes. Come right back. Maybe we'll break down some film. We'll see who else stops by. There we go.
Dan Cava has the largest selection of new Camrys in the area, and with $1,000 off sticker price, now is the best time to purchase your new Camry. We also have a wide variety of Tundras, some featuring the all-new TRD lift kit. And don't forget, all new Toyotas come with 2 years or 25,000 miles worth of free service from our award-winning service department, which you can schedule online, by phone, or through the Toyota app. Come see us at Dan Cava Toyota World in Fairmont. Shop the world!
Stationers, #1 office supplier in West Virginia. Always in stock. All right, we are back. Rito, man, you've been running around here. I don't know, man.
Yeah, you asked me to help. I got to do a good job. You can
Who
fire
says
me
you're
up.
doing a good job?
I'm trying.
I mean,
It's just effort.
sign just went down.
It's just.
I mean, that's your stuff
I know,
right there.
I know.
The sign went down. You didn't weigh it down. I mean, there's things like I keep asking you, like you got to pull in the talent.
I know.
Now we've had.
I'm a little
we've-
rusty. I'm a little rusty.
We've had good talent. Ken and Suzanne Marchio.
Yeah.
Okay, we had Anthony Beck.
Yeah.
Major Harris. You can't go wrong with that now, can you?
No.
I mean, Anthony Beck, XFL head coach.
Yeah.
You know.
Sounds like they're doing some good stuff. That sounds fun.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
think so?
Yeah, I'd like to go to a game.
I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Well, guess who we're having on the show next week? Will Clark. Willie was defensive lineman here during Dana Holgerson years. He played with the Bengals for a number of years. I think he was actually with the Saints for a year on that team, and he was on the XFL. He was in the Renegades. Just won the XFL. Did you even know who won the XFL?
I had no idea.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. See, that's the problem is that sometimes your knowledge is only limited.
Well, I think the problem is you got to check their marketing team. Let's get it out there. Come on now.
Oh, you're gonna say to Anthony Beck?
No, he's too big. No, he's too big.
You in a
He's too
second,
big.
yeah. I actually.
You
Anthony
see that
Beck,
driver he had to?
Now remember, he had the 5 largest crowds ever for any kind of spring football. At least the old what was the old league there that they did there? Yeah, well, whatever. You know
I
what
can't
I'm
think of
talking
it.
about.
Yeah, I do understand about.
Yeah, the New Jersey and all that.
Yeah.
What was that thing? Come on.
God, it was almost like half indoor. Was it?
No, it was half
not,
indoor. What are you crazy?
Did they
Jim
do 3
Kelly
downs?
actually played there with
Did
the,
they do 3 downs?
Houston Gamblers.
It's 3 downs, right? They don't do.
Was
They
it
don't
the
do
World
4.
Football League? Whatever.
I can't remember.
I can't remember. You know what? It's because I lost too much money yesterday.
You still thinking about
I'm
that?
still thinking about it. You know what? But I was up. Kath,
Hey.
I was up.
You-
I was up big.
there was just.
Well, big to me is $500. I was up $500.
Hey, I'll tell you what. The
they're
casino,
like-
there's the minimums are pretty high there.
You know what was the
You
worst
better
thing
be
of all?
prepared.
The worst thing of all is I forgot my glasses, so I couldn't read the cards. I don't ask them to do
You look
it.
like-
What
look
is
like-
that?
you look
Is
like-
that an ace? No, sir, that's a 2.
You ever see Harlem Nights? You ever see Harlem with Fred Sanford? He's over there calling the dice. Is that you? I can't see the dice.
All right, are we getting to Fred Sanford now? All right, very good. Well, listen, man, do we have anyone? Is there anyone else golfing behind us?
No, it's no one. They look like they just teed off, and I think we'll wait for the next group.
All right, so let's do our own thing. We're going to go ahead and we're going to see if anyone else comes up. But let's talk Mountaineers now. You think you're able to talk about that?
I could
Or
try.
Do you want me to just?
I mean,
go
you
ahead
know,
and-
I'm a novice when it comes to the.
You want me to just run my mouth? Okay, because you know I will.
Go ahead.
All right, so let's talk about this better because the whole question of the week has been: is there anybody out there? By the way, I haven't even looked at the chat. I'm sorry, Kelly. Kelly, I am sorry. It says your music is louder than you. So you're fired for that too.
That's not me. That's your board, sir.
Oh, see, that's my board. My music is louder. Is this Kelly? Was this what you're telling?
Yeah. Don't make it worse.
Every time.
It's loud.
Every time. Is it really loud? It's not loud in my ears, but I don't have great hearing. All right. So what did you learn last night from? Before we get to the Mountaineers, I forgot. Let's do this one more time. What did you learn from Game Changer?
Well, I learned about Game Changer. I
Okay,
mean,
that's good.
There seemed to
That's
be
a
lot.
start.
Yeah. For me as an outsider, it's been here a couple of years, but still feel like a little bit of an outsider. Not by the people. Everybody's very welcoming.
Because you're from California.
California, yeah.
But your name is Reno.
I know.
Why did your parents do that?
It's actually Hispanic. It comes from Ronaldo.
Ronaldo?
Yeah.
You're Ronaldo?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. You just gave me a whole new. I fired Ronaldo twice.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. It's not Reno. Ronaldo.
Yes.
Why would they name you Ronaldo, California?
They didn't. They skipped Ronaldo, thank the Lord, and they just went right to Reno. Maybe.
I don't believe it.
There's another name in there, but we don't need to talk about it.
There's another name?
I changed my name to Reno in high school.
Officially?
Yeah, my name's Rennie, and
Wait, your name is really Rennie?
the first handoff, the speaker is Renee with the 10-yard gain, and that ended that name right there. I said, changed it. And my dad, we share the same name, so he had the same scenario. They called him Rennie growing up, and then he changed it to Reno because people kept pronouncing it Renee. Now
So
you know.
You're
Secret's
Rennie
out.
and Renee. Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
secret's out.
Hey, this is
Enough
This is
about
your
that.
life.
Let's talk about the Game Changer.
Okay, Game Changer. All right.
Okay.
What did you learn from Game Changer?
I
Rennie,
learned that there
Renee.
is a lot more people in West Virginia that are aware of the crisis that's going on, and that are really trying to do something about it, and that's encouraging. It's really encouraging, and all everybody's speeches were heartfelt. It wasn't there was
How'd
no.
you think
there
Meg
was
did
no
last night? I didn't know she was.
Oh, she was
gonna MC
fantastic.
the whole thing.
She was fantastic.
Meg Bolger.
Yeah, she owned it. She owned the stage.
She owned
on
it,
there. Yeah,
right?
In a very good way. Not overpowering.
I thought if I got up there,
too
I'd
much.
be doing the Anthony
Too much Wolf.
Robbins. I'd be like, yo, going out there and saying, get everybody pumping up. Do some
You can
push-ups
win.
Yeah.
You can win.
You can do some push-ups on the floor, get everybody jacked up. No, I thought Meg Bolger did amazing. I was hoping to see Mark out here, but I don't know, man. I haven't seen him out. I don't know if he got up.
He's probably playing.
I think he was up last night.
He's probably playing. I mean,
I'm sure he's playing.
if he had an opportunity to play today, I'm sure he took it.
Oh, absolutely. He didn't fly here from Nashville for no reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If
you,
come to
you don't
Greenbrier,
think they said, "Hey,
we're
Wolf's going to
the-
be there," and he's like, "Oh, I'm coming."
We're the only reasons people come to Greenbrier and don't golf. It's just you and me.
Yeah, that's.
'Cause we like to
yeah.
take tours at 15 miles per hour on the back roads of West Virginia.
You're welcome.
And see some most beautiful country, but also some country.
We
I kinda
did
got
see
nervous.
some beautiful country. Though.
Oh yeah, but we would have gotten lost. We
Yeah.
were. I mean,
We were
if
kind of
got stuck-
a couple roads where
we would have been stuck.
I felt like we
man.
were the rim of the world. I hope nobody's coming
Well,
this
there
way
was
'cause there was no
There was
room.
a whole mountain that fell off.
There
right
was
there
no
on the
room
road.
for 2 cars, so I was a little nervous for about 20 minutes.
And you have to say I was pretty patient with you. Like after we,
I figured if
after
we go off
5
the
minutes
cliff,
of
you're
saying
first.
no, take the main road. You're like, no, let's go GPS. And you were wrong.
And then 20 minutes of telling me I'm wrong. Well, 45 minutes. Well, no.
Yeah, it
Since
was
then, you've been
45
telling me you're wrong.
minutes. It was 45 minutes of like, I can't believe you brought me on.
Are
this
we going to
road.
make it? I think we're going to be late.
Is there anyone else behind us? Look at that. If you can see that behind me,
Yeah.
that is just gorgeous. Greenbrier, amazing.
This
Yo,
is a great first hole. I mean, it's beautiful.
well, it's
Yeah.
the old number one.
The old number one. Why do they call it the old number
I
one?
have no idea.
Yeah.
It's old. Right? It's old. Not as quite as old. Well, I bet you they have
Everything here
golf right here
has
in the
that
beginning.
old vintage feel, but it doesn't feel run down.
Well, what did you think about your room last night? It was the kind of flower painted the walls. They were like,
Yeah, I might.
You know what I mean? It was
Well, maybe
wallpaper. And
I might
stuff.
not be as cultured as I need to be, but yeah, a lot of flowers on the wall.
You know what? You know what's the best thing about coming into Greenbrier when you walk inside? What is it for you?
Oh, you mean the rooms?
No. When you walk inside the Greenbrier.
Oh, just the stair. It's there's so many levels. You start to.
So your thing is levels? Is that,
No,
is that what
it's
you're thinking?
visually. It's not. You don't feel like. If you go into a new hotel, you walk in. It's very go here, go there. You walk into the Greenbrier, and you're like, well, what do I want to do? Got choices. Go down, go up, go left, go right.
So it's all about choices for you.
Yeah, I like freedom.
You like
I like
freedom?
my freedom.
Well, you know what I think? First thing I think of, I smell flowers. There's
We smelled it as soon as
abundance
you
of
got in the
flower,
gate.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it was right there. It was flowers. It was excellent. If you can come to the Greenbrier, you got to come to Greenbrier. Hey, how we doing, guys? Hey, all right. Game changer.
Game changer.
That's what I've been saying for 2 days. It's been like 28 hours right now straight. Game changer.
I almost feel like we just did a 24-hour marathon. I don't know how you do this all the time. I don't know. This is
I don't
a
know.
lot of
I
work.
think we got to bring you on more
Nah,
often.
this is too much work.
No, because well, it is too much work because that make you do all the work setting stuff up.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be disgusted when I watch this back and I see myself on there.
Well,
Ah,
you're
my
going
man.
on vacation. You're not going to watch it. So you are leaving today for vacation,
Yes,
or maybe
yes.
tomorrow. I don't know.
It's
depending-
a
depending
long-awaited
what happens.
vacation.
But you're going. Where are you going?
We're going to Destin, Florida.
We're in Destin.
I don't know. I just go where the wife says to go. I get in the car
Are you
and
sure,
drive.
Renee?
Oh no! Here we go.
Are you sure? All right, but let's talk about it. I meant to talk about it.
Oh, yeah.
Get to him. All right. So
You talk. I'll ask you, Mountaineer. Let me
yeah,
interview you.
okay. Let's flip this
Let's see.
around. All right.
I'm the outsider.
You're hired right now.
Let's
so
see.
let's flip it around.
Hey, why can't they win?
Why can't they win? Well, they're 22 and 25 under Neil Brown. Okay, and Dana Holgerson, before him, he has some struggling seasons as well. The game has changed, and what West Virginia used to be was a total developing team.
Okay.
You had to have guys to stay there, develop, and get that blue collar. You got to have blue collar in you. Like you saw Ken Markio, obviously, when they do other stuff, they're not poor. What they do is they give out to the other kids and they share. So
Yeah.
they share their wealth with them. But what I'm saying is that even despite that, Nico is a tough kid and he was raised the right way. Despite whether you have money or not, he was raised blue collar. And I think that's really for a coach to look at. I think the Mountaineers have to be blue collar. I think it doesn't matter. I believe this. Even with the transfer portal, NIL, all that taken, and that's going to take some toll on it. I still believe with all my heart, that if coaches care and players know they care about them, they're not going to want to leave. I believe that.
Let's talk about this because I have to, from an outsider's perspective, you might kick me out of the state after this comment. I worked in Morgantown.
Yeah.
And we in Chapman we have a suite and I watch a lot of games last couple of years, and there is an era or what do you say? There's an environment. There's a climate. The climate. There's
a climate.
Yeah.
Let's go. All right. Go ahead.
With the people, I can't remember what game it was. Kansas a couple of years ago. We were up by 2 touchdowns going into the fourth quarter, and the crowd and everybody, all the fans, already expected to lose. Where does that come from?
Lose?
I'm not that way. I know you're a positive guy, but I am telling you, they're like, oh, we've already lost. I'm like, what are you seeing that I'm not seeing? And no kidding, they lost.
Well, we've
by
only
3.
lost to Kansas. That was last year.
It was about 3 years ago.
Well, we lost once
when I
before
first
that.
got here, Wolf. That was my first experience, my first game, and I walked away going, how did the whole crowd? I said, don't you guys? You're manifesting these losses if you just. Here's why that happens, right? I think people are so tired of the disappointment that they don't want to believe that they can win, and I think that's missing. I think that's missing on your Mountaineers, bro. You've been in the booth. I know you worked there, and maybe you didn't see it, but down boots on the ground, I'm an outsider. I couldn't believe it because I'm cheering, I'm screaming, I'm excited. Blue's one of my favorite colors, so I was
Well, you look
in.
thinner with blue. Maybe not so much gray.
Don't tell me that I wear blue every day.
Okay, so no, I want to continue this because
You understand what I'm
I
saying?
think there's some validity to it. And, back in my day, and again, Wolf, you're always going back to your day.
Of course you
Well,
should,
you
yeah.
know what? I mean, when you look at all the people that we hang out with.
That's when you guys were good.
Yeah, but even still, they were good under Rich Rod.
Yeah,
They were
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Hey, Dana Holgerson, Will Greer, man, come on now.
Yeah.
Gary Jennings, David Stills. I mean,
A lot of
there's
bright spots.
A lot of players.
A lot of
I
bright
mean,
spots.
I could think of Coach Stu, those 4 teams in a row that went 9-4. I can think of all the great players. You had Pat White was on that team as well.
Yeah.
It was Rich. And, of course, you had some really special guys. And you think of what? Stedman, right? All-time leading receiver,
Yeah.
touchdowns for WVU. You think of Tavon. I mean, what better? Did you ever see that Oklahoma game? You didn't, because you were like LSU
Yeah,
then or something.
watching
I don't know.
USC
Or you're in
Trojans.
California.
Yeah.
Yeah, you stuck. And you know what? By the way, so let's talk about WVU. And you're saying the crowd was weak that day. I've seen some really weak crowds out at USC.
Oh, I'm not trying to pick on
No,
you.
no.
I'm just trying to find a way to
you
win.
just said it right there. You said, hey, USC, okay, and the Trojans. Well, I've seen some really weak crowds there. And you want to talk about really weak crowds? UCLA, are you kidding me?
Hey,
Now,
I'm
not
just-
this year. This is going
Hey,
to be pretty good.
if
this
we
year.
don't point it out, how can we make it better? That's what I'm trying to
Okay,
say.
so what? So like game changer, we have to recognize the problem.
That's a good point. That's a great point. Way to bring it home.
So bring it back.
Bring it back.
Right? Full circle.
Full circle.
Okay. So when you think about it, bring it back, game changers, the Mountaineers, is that I think they got to be blue collar.
That sounds cool. I
And
want to.
you know what? Our
I kind of
fans
know what you
were
mean.
all like blue collar
I kind
back then,
of understand
too.
it.
Maybe
Well-
we'll get spoiled at times too,
Hey,
but we haven't spoiled lately.
I got to tell you this. There's some hard-working people in West Virginia.
Okay.
Yeah. Now let's put
Did
that.
you,
Let's
did
put
you
that on the
actually
field.
realize that when we were on our tour of West Virginia yesterday?
No,
In the back
on
row?
my day job, I meet a lot of good folks, and there's a pride. There's a pride in the work ethic. So
All right. So there's a pride at WVU.
yes, but
Pride of West Virginia?
but I think there's
Well, pride of Marshall,
there's
too,
a
'cause we got
but
a lot of
there's a
Marshall people
level of expecting disappointment. There's a level that the fans expect disappointment.
That's what you're saying?
Yes,
You're
and I believe that makes it happen on the field.
What do you think? We're the Saints or something? They
Hey,
start wearing
Drew
bags
Brees.
over their
Remember
head?
what Drew Brees did for the Saints? Yes.
Oh well, no, he
That was
actually
good.
he brought
He was
him
a great
back.
dude.
He brought him back from the bagheads.
Yeah.
So
Dude, I was a big Charger fan back then. I was really upset when they traded him.
all right, very good. But so you think of West Virginia? You think that there's a level of expectancy of failure right now?
I do.
And is that okay?
It's not okay.
Well, it's not okay with me.
No,
but
not
it's
okay with me
you.
either. It's time to turn it around. Expect to win, and you will.
Oh, I'm going to tell you what. What's this? Keith Hawkins. Let's see it.
Oh,
Sorry,
is it-
I can't
oh,
even
no, is
barely
it-
read with the sun shining on me. But
Yeah,
we're
it looks
good.
like we're gonna have to go to commercial.
Wolf, the key to traveling the back roads of southern West Virginia is to take your own banjo. Your own banjo. Okay?
He's telling the truth.
I can say
I
that
felt like a
was raised
banjo would
in
have
the
been
coal
perfect.
fields of Wyoming County. Okay, so that means you need a banjo in Wyoming County? Is that what you? is that what
I
you're
don't know,
telling me?
but it did feel like a banjo moment.
Well, when we hit that church, look, dude, there's nowhere else to. Like, we had to do a full 180 turn. Like, you can't do that going more than 3 miles per hour. That whole corner.
It was-
I was
yeah.
like, Reno, look at the GPS. There's a corner there, and it stops. Luckily, it continued on the other side.
I feel like I'm never gonna live this down. So
Oh,
I'm just gonna- I'm
why
just gonna-
would you?
Just gonna eat it.
What do we got here? What does Kelly say? Oh, Kelly McCord says, don't go. Wait, what does he say here? Don't go by GPS in Western Reno. Renee, don't go by
The comments
the
are
GPS
coming
in
in.
West Virginia.
I know. Thank you. Well, I know. Even the Greenbrier, right? It took us to some back entrance. We were in the wrong place.
Hey, where did we go for lunch yesterday?
Oh man, I forget what it's called.
Where did we go?
It was in town. It was like the only place open in town. White Sulphur Springs.
All right. Okay, so Reno, are we done?
I think
It's done to pack it in. We got nobody behind us.
we're good. I think
You know what? But we had Anthony back. We had Major Harris.
Yeah.
Daryl Talley was here before, but then he had to go.
You hope that Sharon with all the folks and and all these well-known folks from West Virginia will help everybody get involved and back up and jump on board with this game changer. Because they're going to help the kids at the schools. They're going to hit that young group. They said they're the elementary kids and the middle schoolers, but it's going to be the parents too. They got to support it. The parents. I mean, it can't just be at the schools. It's got to be everywhere. So I hope everybody gets behind it.
I think it starts from there.
No, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm sharing out there to the public, and let's all get behind it.
So let's think about this. Okay, so next week we're going to have Will Clark come out here. He's in the XFL. He played with the Bengals, Mountaineer, defensive lineman, Big Willie. He gave me his jersey for the Bengals, one of them. I mean, I had that. That's huge.
What size was it?
Well, it would have been tight on me.
Just make sure it fits.
No, it would have been. It would. It would look like that shirt that's on you right now.
I know. I'm a little. Hey,
it's tight.
I'm a little swolled up today.
Well, you're swelled up because you're going on vacation and you're expected to have a good time down there on the beach, taking that shirt off and stuff.
Well, we had a good dinner last night.
Yeah. What'd you have?
Remember they served us
Oh, I
salad.
know. You like
We had
the
piece of meat.
Did you eat the sea bass?
We got a piece of meat and a piece of sea bass.
Yeah, I ate the steak. I didn't eat the sea bass.
You don't like fish? I didn't know that.
Well, no, I like fish. I like fresh fish.
What sea bass? Rotten fish?
Well, yeah, because you smell it.
No.
Oh my gosh! I was like, oh my gosh! I tell a story about taking the garbage out with all the kids in the playground.
I forgot about you telling that story. You
Earl,
told the whole table that story.
Oh, I told the whole table. Yeah, the story. Yes. All right. So
You had everybody throwing up like it was
I had everybody
like a Stand By Me. The episode of the movie had Stand By Me.
You know what? They were totally captivated. They're like, running, sprinting through a kid's playground, a bag of garbage hurling.
Yeah, they were so all their plates pushed away after you told the story.
Oh, timing's everything, brother.
Yeah.
Timing's everything. We had some people here, man. We had Rich Rodriguez came back here.
Yeah.
We had.
It was nice to meet him.
We had Coach Pruitt here.
Yeah.
This morning, boy,
I
I
love
wish we
Coach
could have
Pruitt.
gotten him out.
Yeah, he's a great man.
The stories would have been amazing. We had Billy Legg here.
Yeah.
Clint Trickett. Just a lot of people, man. But I think we got to go. I think Game Changer is
Hey,
over.
you got to do me a
us.
favor before we get off.
What?
Fire me, so this can be the last time we get on here.
All right. So what did Donald Trump say? You're fired.
Fire.
You're fired. Renee, you're fired.
Yeah, you'd be great. You'd be
Yo, get out of here.
You're going to be the Donald
get
Trump
out
of
of
West
here.
Virginia.
You know what? It's not hard to fire someone. I just realized that.
You're getting better at
I
it.
used to worry. I'm becoming a professional. All right.
All right,
so,
let's get it.
Game Changer, where are you? You're fired. Yeah, get out of here. All right. Hey, the WolfMan's call, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. It's different. Didn't get to talk about too much football. The question of the week was, does West Virginia football have to be blue collar? And my answer is, heck yes. And they have to be. And you can do so many things. You can beat more talented teams if you're together, if you're blue collar, if you got a hard working ethic. And I think that's what West Virginia has built. 15th all-time winningest program, college football history. Not going to give up. And I'm telling you this right now. Pride, Mountaineers, and blue collar all the way. Because if you're not, you're going to struggle. And that, my friends, is the WolfMan's call. I'm going to play this, Reno. Yeah, we're going to get this out here today. Parmar Stores. We got to thank you. As the sign up, it is up. Reno, you fixed the sign. Good job. And we'll go ahead here and find this. I'm going to play my intro out because I haven't played it today. So, right there, we're out. Have a great day. It's Thursday next week. We got Frank Fear on Monday. It's the Frank Fear Hour, right? Started off with stories. He's checking on Express. Coming up with some stories. And here we go. We're out of here.
Born wild in a world that wants to tame me. You can't catch me on the run, cause I'm gone, yeah. I blaze trails, set fire to what's behind me. No, I'm never looking back, I'm on the run. I could only ever be what I'm made to be. Feels good when I'm living on the edge. Watch me now, roll like thunder, gonna shake the ground. Can't stop me now, I don't give up and I won't back down. I'm a force of nature, can't be contained. I got lightning
Hi, my name is Wyatt Milam, and I'm from Canova, West Virginia. When I'm back home in Canova, you will find me at my local Par-Mar store.
We had that golden boot pride at Par-Mar. There are literally hundreds of Par-Mar stores in West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, and even more on the way. Download the Par-Mar app to save even more. And whether it's food, gas, groceries, or whatever, we have you covered at Par-Mar. West Virginia proud and ready to serve you.
And if there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.